On August 26, 2025, we remember lives that shaped the world of justice, art, faith, and sport. From the courthouses of West Virginia to the rivers of Florida, from the pulpits of Scotland to the racetracks of Wales, each of these figures left a mark that reaches far beyond their years. They were teachers, ministers, athletes, storytellers, and dreamers, people whose courage, conviction, and creativity touched the lives of many. Today, we honor not only what they achieved, but who they were, voices of purpose in a world constantly seeking meaning. Tim Armstead's career was defined by service and principle. As Speaker of the West Virginia House of Delegates and later as a justice on the Supreme Court of Appeals of West Virginia, he brought fairness and faith to public life. Known for his calm leadership and moral clarity, Armstead believed in justice rooted in compassion and accountability. His passing at 60 leaves behind a legacy of integrity, dedication, and respect for the law, one that will continue to guide the courts and communities he served. Edward Faulkner was one of Hollywood's enduring gentlemen of the silver screen. Known for his work alongside John Wayne and the Green Berets held fighters in Rio Lobo, Faulkner embodied the courage and grit of American cinema's golden era. Off-screen, he was admired for his professionalism and generosity, mentoring younger performers with quiet humility. At 93, his final curtain falls, but the films that captured his spirit will continue to echo across generations. Sarah Minear spent 2 decades serving in the West Virginia Senate, where she fought for health care, education, and children's welfare. Her tireless work reflected her belief that leadership is rooted in listening. Minear's compassion guided her policymaking, and her integrity earned her respect across party lines. At 84, she leaves behind a record of service defined by heart, humility, and humanity, a reminder that politics can be a force for good. Flip Pallett was a storyteller of water and wind, whose love for the outdoors became a lifelong adventure. Through his acclaimed series, The Walker's Cay Chronicles, he invited viewers into the meditative art of fly fishing, not as sport, but as philosophy. His voice, his patience, and his deep respect for nature inspired generations of anglers. At 83, his passing feels like the stillness after a perfect cast. Quiet, graceful, and filled with the memory of wild rivers. Tony Sailton believed that music could teach as much as it could move. A central figure in the American folk revival, he brought traditional songs into classrooms and living rooms alike. Through his performances and educational work, he passed on the cultural heartbeat of a generation. His gentle voice and easy warmth made learning joyful. At 94, his songs endure, simple, sincere, and full of life's small wisdoms. Joe Stevens spent his life behind the lens, documenting moments that define eras. His photographs capture the unguarded beauty of American life, honest, intimate, and timeless. From portraits of musicians and public figures to street scenes filled with quiet poetry, his eyes saw humanity in every frame. At 87, he leaves behind an archive of stories told in light and shadow, each one a testament to his craft and empathy. A. Kinwell Arrowbeak was one of Britain's most controversial public figures, a man whose notoriety made him a name known across the nation. His life was marked by challenge and conflict, and though his story divides opinion, it stands as a reminder of how public attention can both shape and shadow a life. His passing at 64 closes a chapter of fascination, controversy, and human complexity. Reverend Kathy Galloway was a force for faith, peace, and justice. As a leader of the Iona community and a minister in the Church of Scotland, she spoke with conviction about equality, compassion, and hope. Her poetry and ministry gave voice to those on the margins, blending spirituality with activism. Even in illness, her faith never wavered. At 72, her light continues to guide those who believe that love and justice are inseparable. Jeff Lewis rose from humble Welsh beginnings to become one of Britain's finest jockeys, most famously winning the 1971 Epsom Derby aboard the legendary Mill Reef. His career spanned triumphs that inspired a generation of riders, and after retiring, he continued to shape the sport as a trainer. Known for his sportsmanship and grace, Lewis's life in racing was defined by passion and precision. At 89, the finish line brings rest to a true champion. David Warburton blended creativity and politics in a way few could. Before entering Parliament as MP for Somerton and Frome, he was a composer and entrepreneur in the digital music industry. His political career reflected his eclectic background. Pragmatic yet imaginative, serious yet full of humor. His life was marked by both accomplishment and controversy, but above all by authenticity. At 59, Britain loses a man who lived at the intersection of art, innovation, and service. Today, we honor Tim Armstead, Edward Faulkner, Sarah Manier, Flip Pallett, Tony Sailtan, Joe Stevens, a Kenwell Arrowbeak, Kathy Galloway, Jeff Lewis, and David Warburton. Individuals whose lives were as varied as the worlds they touched. From justice and governance to storytelling, song and sport, they remind us that legacy is built not only in triumph, but in the spirit behind it. Their journeys have ended, but the meaning they carried continues. In laws written, songs remembered, rivers fished, and lives changed. May their memories endure, and may the stories they leave behind light our way forward.